This is the Steve Gruber Show.
All right, back at it as we work harder than anybody in show business to make sure you're prepared for your day and the conflicts ahead. All right, three big things for you to know this hour. Number one, blue states paying more for electric bills than others because they got rid of, coal-fired power plants, things like that. New Jersey leading the pack. Tripled. Their electric bills have tripled. Can you imagine? Number two, the Epstein grand jury materials will not be released by a federal judge, again blocking them despite the DOJ saying, hey, can you release this stuff? They said no. And number three, Democrats' heads are exploding because Donald Trump is taking drastic steps to clean up the city of Washington, D.C., which, by the way, he has the complete right to do. It's a federal city. They will really lose their minds if he decides to target 5 more cities on his list, including Baltimore, Chicago, Los Angeles, Oakland, and maybe even New York. Yeah, they'd be in full meltdown mode all over again now, wouldn't they? They sure would. Judge Jeanine Pirro, guest on this program from time to time, says cleaning up D.C. is imperative. Listen to what she says.
Also, some violent crime is down. Why now?
Why now? Because, it may be down, but the question is always down from what? If we had the 4th largest highest homicide rate in the country 2 years ago, all of a sudden it goes down. People want to pat themselves on the back? No way. Talk to any of the crime victims. I was just at a college a couple weeks ago where I had photos of young kids who were victims of homicides, of shootings, and it happens over and over again. It's not okay because it's down from last year. It's bad. This is the nation's capital. This is a shining city on the hill. We're not going to tolerate it. People are afraid to come to this city.
Yeah. I'm not afraid to go there, but I'm going to be there next week after, covering the White House for you again. I do that every couple of months. I get a chance to cover the White House for a week, which I really enjoy, by the way. I like being right there where all the action is, right in the thick of it. We will be again this time at the end of August, so we're excited about that. I don't fear D.C., but I'm mindful. All right. First of all, I don't walk a lot of places. I don't walk at night. I take Ubers if I'm traveling at night, right? Meanwhile, as you can imagine, the leftists on CNN totally opposed to more law enforcement in D.C., totally opposed to reducing the crime rate. In full-blown panic about President Trump trying to clean up the city. Listen.
Why is this issue, and again, you're going to get into the fact check of what is wrong about his figures or not, but why is this the top of the President of the United States agenda today? And I think that's an important question for us to think about as we think about everything that's on his plate. Why is taking over law enforcement in the District of Columbia? Now, he made the argument as to why, and that it's a capital city, and that the way he sees it is that it is crime-ridden and needs to be changed. But still, why is the President of the United States putting that front and center? So that's a question I sort of try to think about as we put this into perspective. But then, Dana, as you were noting, yes, this is a dramatic moment, but it also feels to me like dipping into a well that President Trump has gone to time and time again in the first term and this term. The tactics here may be more amped up and dramatic, but the going after this city or other cities as sort of crime-ridden, this was the heart of many of the campaigns and political agenda that Trump puts before voters. And so to me, I see him dipping back into a well of something he feels is a strong suit and where he thinks he has stronger footing, the way he does with immigration or border security, which to me also then begs the question, well, what is he a little nervous about over here if he needs to dip into this well right now on this topic?
Yeah.
He's dipping into that topic because D.C.'s a dump, a good part of it. I mean, look, when you ride in from the airport and you're in an Uber or whatever, you can see the homelessness. You can see, I've got videos and pictures of, the people that are spaced out on drugs. I've got it. I walked out of my Airbnb. Ivy and I talked about this. I got a couple of pictures. It's 6 in the morning. It's after I had spent time, 10 or 12 days covering the White House. 6 in the morning, I'm going back to the airport to fly to Detroit. And I hear some woman say, you take that alley, I'll take that alley. I'm thinking, And I like the Airbnb. It's a pretty cool location. Not too far from Logan Circle. I kind of liked it a lot, actually. And I'm like, well, did I hear something? Come on. Well, there's two obvious hookers. You know, they got the Gene Simmons boots and the skirt that comes about an inch down, and you take that alley, I'll take them. And they were nice. Hey, ladies, how are you? Got to catch it. They were nice, no problem. But, you know, this is not the way you want your nation's capital to look. And then you've got the nutty Trump haters out there. And why are all the nutty Trump haters now just white? Why are there... And when asked about it, they have no explanation. No minorities. No black folks, no, just these crazy white people that are usually over 60. Who are these people? Are they the hippies that have gone just wrong? Here's an example.
Why are all anti-Trump supporters now white? There's no black or Asian
Because
or
they're
Hispanic.
afraid to come out, but
Really?
they are here.
I haven't seen any of them. They're supporters now.
No.
How come they're not out?
They're
How come they're not?
Because they are
It's always like the
terrified.
Karen type.
Did you
You're
see?
Karen.
I wish I was a Karen. Look at her.
What?
Karen.
Whoa,
I'm
my-
not going to throw a drink on you.
Who is more Karen?
I've never done
Let's
that.
have a Karen
But she
contest.
literally has the Karen
Why are you
haircut,
attacking
the
me
blonde
all day?
politician too.
I don't even
the
know
fake
who you
red
are.
politician
Where's
jacket,
all the
cross.
minorities? Where's all the
Anyhow, it gives me a
minorities?
headache. Enough.
Where's all the minorities?
Enough. I think that's what she said, Anthony. Is that about right? I mean, you listened to the whole thing. You listened to the whole thing at some point. You went, what is wrong with these people?
I did. I had to bleep out the swear words.
I know, and I did. There's a lot of them. Coming from one crazy Karen, incapable of... She couldn't articulate anything. Let's see here. I want to get this last thing in. Bite number 8. In case you missed it in the first hour. Here is a local news anchor in Washington, D.C. on an ABC affiliate actually telling the truth about crime in her city. Listen.
We've been talking so much about the numbers, and yeah, usually that's how you play devil's advocate, is you talk about, oh, well, stats say crime is down. However, I can tell you firsthand here in downtown D.C. where we work, right here around our bureau, just in the past 6 months, you know, there were 2 people shot. One person died, literally 2 blocks down here from the bureau. It was within the last 2 years that I actually was jumped, walking just 2 blocks down from here. And then just this morning, one of my coworkers said her car was stolen a block away from the bureau. So we can talk about the numbers going down, but crime is happening every single day because we're all experiencing it firsthand while working and living down here.
We experience it firsthand, working and living here. She is probably on leave today. They probably shamed her out of the newsroom. I don't know the woman's name. But God bless her for telling the truth. God bless her for having the courage to stand up and tell the truth. D.C. has a lot of crime, and Trump's going to fix it. I'll be right back.